We're John Boyega fans over here. It looks like Marvel might be fans also because he wants to play Bishop, Roxy. So this is going to be an interesting development. See what happens with the X-Men, because here it is, comicbookmovie.com.
Why are you like this?
I don't know. Star Wars, John Boyega has spoken to Kevin Feige, and now he wants to play Bishop. Star Wars actor John Boyega has confirmed he once spoke to Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige about joining the MCU, and while he wasn't sure at the time, he'd now be down to play X-Men's Bishop. John Boyega put himself on the map with a star-making performance in 2011's Attack the Block when he traveled into a galaxy far, far away 4 years later for Star Wars The Force Awakens. Great deal of intrigue surrounded his stormtrooper, who in posters and trailers appeared to be a Jedi. Unfortunately, Lucasfilm dropped the ball on Finn, and his story arc disappointed Boyega and Star Wars fans in an equal measure. And even though that's opinion, I agree with that opinion. There's long been hope that British actor might join a Marvel or a DC project, especially as he looks to move on from what proved to be a tumultuous experience working on the iconic sci-fi fantasy franchise. Talking to reporter Josh Horowitz at C2E2, Boyega confirmed that Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige once asked him who he'd like to play in the MCU, and he didn't have an answer at the time. It appears he now has his eye on a fan favorite X-Men. He said, I'd play Bishop. He responded to a fan, confirming he'd be down to play the time-traveling mutant in Marvel Studios' X-Men reboot. While the character isn't as well known as Cyclops and Wolverine, for example, he did play a key role in X-Men 97, leading to theories that there are likely live-action plans for him as well. After all, the X-Men animated series revival is a good place as any to reintroduce Bishop to a long-time and casual fan alike. Bishop hails from a dystopian future. He first appeared in 1991's Uncanny X-Men number 282, and sports energy absorption powers, channeling absorbed energy into powerful blasts. A key X-Men member, his tactical skills and futuristic tech make him a force to be reckoned with on the page. It was back in 2022. Boyega said that Marvel is not in the vision for me now. I want to do nuanced things. I want to donate my services to original indie films that come with new, fresh ideas, because I know it's real hard to top Iron Man in that universe. Things might have changed since then, especially if the right role has come along. One franchise we don't anticipate Boyega returning to is Star Wars, because he's since looked back at that experience in a mostly negative light. He said, let me tell you, Star Wars always had the vibe of being the most whitest elite space, the actor recently said. It's a franchise that's so white, the black person existing in it was something. You can always tell it's something when some Star Wars fans try to say, well, we had Lando and we had Samuel L. Jackson. It's like telling me how many cookie chips are in the cookie dough. It's like they just scattered that in there. They're okay with playing the best friend, but once we touch their heroes, once we lead, once we trailblaze, it's like, oh my God, it's a bit too much. They're pandering. Boyega noted, referencing the now expected backlash when a franchise like Star Wars casts a black actor in a lead role. I'll tell you what, and this might be a hot take, Roxy.
Okay.
I still think he comes back to Star Wars, regardless of what he said. Go ahead.
And this or no?
Yeah. I mean, if they offer him this,
you don't mean instead of this. You're just okay.
No, I think if Daisy Ridley actually winds up doing the movie, which it seems like she will, whenever that comes out, who knows? But I think they're close enough friends that I think she's the one that makes it happen.
What do you think about this story?
So this is what, look, I love John Boyega. I've had the pleasure of meeting him a few times, and he's a great dude. I liked him a lot. I think sometimes, though, because and it's one of the reasons why I do like him, he's so damn passionate. I think sometimes in his interviews, he'll take, not the last quote, because he was clearly, I think people are assholes to him. A stormtrooper takes off his helmet, he's black, and people are like, yeah, black stormtroopers. That's so stupid. And he was also just not handled well in general. So I understand why he's bitter about Star Wars. I'm talking more so about when he made the comment, like, I don't think Marvel's in the cards for me. Don't even say it. Don't say that stuff back then when you're doing it. Don't say it. It's like, I'd rather do the independent films and do that. Don't say it. You can do that. It's like, but like, you don't want to hold, because not that Kevin Feige would do this, and I don't believe that he would, but you don't want to put yourself in a position that someone's like, well, you said you didn't want to be part of it. We've moved on now. We don't want you anymore. It's a fickle business.
I have 2 kids. I have a 7-year-old and a 13-year-old, and they're both learning about money. And for me, I'm always trying to teach them to be responsible with money. Because where do you think kids learn the most about money? Is it their parents, their teachers, or Taylor Swift? No, it's not Taylor Swift. 81% of their kids say parents. 81%. I wish I learned that kind of stuff when I was younger. My dad taught me. I didn't listen as much. I didn't have this kind of idea. And that's what Acorns does. This episode is sponsored by Acorns Early. April is Financial Literacy Month, the perfect time to start teaching your kids the value of money. And Acorns Early make it easy with their smart money app and debit card for kids. Acorns Early Chores Tracker teaches the kids how hard work does pay off. It sets up tasks in the app, it sets a payment amount, and you tick off the chore when it's done. Easy. Saving goals help kids turn saving into a habit. They can even choose their own target dates and turn on their optional autosave feature to help them get there. It's great because kids need a sense of independence, and they get it when they're spending what they earn with their very own debit card, and they get to choose from 35 plus customizable and designs. Kids can build up their money knowledge and their confidence with bite-sized financial lessons. And the best part is parents can keep track of where and when the kids are spending. You get real-time spend notifications, set your kids' spending limits, and instantly block lost or stolen cards. I love this. It works. It has been a game changer for my 13-year-old. She knows, she understands, she's starting to balance when to spend money, how to save money. It has worked. So if you're ready to help your kids grow money skills that'll last a lifetime, head on over to acornsearly.com/Kristian or download the Acorns Early app to get started. Sign up now and your first month is on us. Acorns Early card is issued by Community Federal Savings Bank, member FDIC, pursuant to license by MasterCard International. TNCs apply. Monthly subscription fees starting from $5 per month unless canceled.
It's so hard when you're having to learn in real time, though. I love John Boyega.
Right.
Steph and I both were like obsessed with him. He's just like the greatest. I've also just heard nothing but wonderful things about this person. So I went to his IMDb to just kind of look because he said, I believe the verbiage was, I want to donate my services. Is that what you read,
No,
Kristian?
not to Marvel.
No, donate my services to independent projects.
Yeah.
Which is kind of my love for him. It's kind of a funny way to phrase that.
Yeah.
Like, do you literally mean donate? Or what do you mean? So I'm like, okay, so what did he do since Marvel? Just to kind of see.
He was in The Woman King.
Yeah, so he did a show. He did Naked Singularity. Did you see that? I didn't see Naked Singularity with Olivia Cook and Bill Skarsgård and John Boyega.
I think he essentially did what he said he was going to do. Really smaller.
Well, he just hasn't done that much.
Yeah.
So I was trying to see, like, has he scratched that itch? If that's what he wanted to do.
Right.
You know, did he go out and do like 10 indie films where they were really small budget and that's what he wanted to donate his time to?
Right.
Which it doesn't seem like he really did. Like, The Woman King, to me, that it's not like a tiny movie. That was that's a larger movie, not large compared to Star Wars, but
yeah, Star Wars. I mean, it's what was the budget on The Woman King? Could have been more than $40 million.
No, but I think anything more than $10 million is a lot of money.
Not today's standards, Rox.
I know. I could look up what the budget was, but I'm also looking. He did a movie called Breaking, which I didn't see either. I don't know this one. Do you know Breaking?
I don't think so.
In 2022, and then he did They Cloned Tyrone, which was in 2023 with Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
And Kiefer Sutherland and Teyonah Parris. So listen, he did a couple of them. Do I want to see him back in a big way? Desperately.
Yeah.
Desperately.
I think he will.
Do I think he'd be a dope mutant? Yeah, obviously.
Right.
He needs to be so fun.
I'd like to see him in another role like that. And I'm telling you, I just think that he was so put off by his experience working in the studio system in a big budget movie like that. The way that the fans not only treated him as co-stars and everything else too, that he's like, screw this. I'm a good enough, people. I'm in demand enough that I can work. I made enough money off the Star Wars movies that I'm not going to be hurting. I don't want to do this. And so when that comment comes out of like, I don't think Marvel's in the cards for me. I want to do these other things. It was genuine. It was honest. But I think now he's gotten to a place where, like anything else, like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll do this thing. And the fact that they're making X-Men now and they got a shot to do it, I would love to see John Boyega as Bishop. I think that would be great. I think he'd do really, really well in the role. I think it would be something to maybe get his love back to want to do movies like this, you know?
Yeah, and for us as fans to have him in the public zeitgeist again in such a big way, because I just named 4 movies that you and I cover movies and we didn't see 3 of them, so or hear of them.
Right.
And so I'm sure to go from Star Wars, where you're being constantly talked about, although sometimes negatively, unfortunately,
Mhm.
to go to like really not having your name in the public eye for quite some time. I'm sure it would be nice for him and for us to have John Boyega back fully.
If he wants it, though, you know, like, and it seems like from that comment to Josh that he's coming around to it, but I don't think he wanted that for a bit. I think he was tired of it. I think he was tired of people
I
talking
agree,
about
but
it.
he's doing press, and the fact that he's doing press makes me think that he's more open to it.
I think so too. Now I do agree. So I'd like to see him get cast, even if it's not Bishop. I'd like to see him be in one of these movies and do something. And I think that how old is he now? He's got to be in his early 30s, right?
I would say mid-30s probably. Let me look.
I would say he's 34. I'm going to guess and say 34.
Okay, let me look.
Let's see. Because it's going to be interesting if he is like, even if he's 35. I
would have guessed like 35. He's 33. He's my age.
Okay. He's 33.
And we've accomplished the same amount. So that does make sense.
Perfect. So I think with him is that because if they are going to cast younger, which they should, and if they're looking at, Sadie Sink, which we don't know if Sadie Sink is going to play Jean Grey, but let's say that she does. She's probably not. She's probably going to play someone in Spider-Man, like they said, but they're still looking in that area. So if they're looking in the early 20s, and then you get someone like a John Boyega who's and Storm will probably be a little older too, and you get like them as kind of more leadership roles, that would also play true to life too, because John Boyega could be a leader to some of these people on the set. So I think it's a good idea. I don't know. What do you guys think? John Boyega in X-Men, should it happen? Is he going to return to Star Wars? What's your overall thoughts on Boyega as an actor? Do you like him? Do you not like him? What do you think about his future? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know.